Hi, and welcome to my class. Based on classes I have attended, instruction I've given, and my own experiences, I would like to present my class expectations. Students are expected to attend class. That's why we have class. Attending every class is not exceptional behavior. It is normal. I expect my class to start on time. If you arrive as class starts, you are late. And if you are late, you must come in very quietly. Students are expected to show respect for all other students and for their professor. And professors are expected to show respect to the students. When it comes to attitude, it's clear that it's much easier to learn about something that interests you. Some classes may not appear to be interesting on the surface, but since you're in the class, you might as well make a real effort to be interested in the content. I expect students to come to class prepared with textbooks, paper, pen or pencil, and to take notes. If I draw something on the board, you should probably draw it too. Teaching is done in the class. That means that anything mentioned or discussed in class could appear on the exam. It also means that I will not reteach what happens in a class. When students miss a class, they cannot come to my office and expect me to tell them what they missed. I usually have about 150 students each term. It is unworkable for me to try to reteach students who miss class. All communication is expected to be done in a friendly but professional manner. There is not a strict no talking rule in my class, but student-to-student talk should be in a whisper. Others are likely trying to hear what I'm saying, so as a rule, when I talk, you don't. It's also important to listen to respect other students as they speak, and foul language is never permitted. And you cannot take or make a cell phone call from class. You don't have to raise your hand in class to speak, but it's much easier for me to spot you in the crowd if you give a slight wave as you talk, so I can locate you quickly and give you my full attention. All emails must identify the class you're in. I have 4 classes each term, and 2 of those classes will be the same subject. I may have students with the same first name. Every email must state the class you are in and the section you are in. Your marketing class is not enough. I usually have more than one marketing class. Each email will have an appropriate subject line. It will relate the latest topic of the discussion. If I open your email and the subject line is not connected, I will not respond to the email. That means that if you're in the habit of just grabbing the last email you received from me in order to send one to me, you must change the subject line if it's not related to that subject. Anything less is disrespectful and will be ignored. Every email will start with an appropriate salutation, and there are many good ones to use. I'm even okay with "Hey Mike," although many professors are not. Emails that do not have salutations are unprofessional, and they will eventually be ignored. While I am not too stringent in this regard, some level of professional grammar is expected in emails. That means sentences start with capital letters and they end with periods. Sentences cannot go on and on with commas splicing them together. The language used in text messages is not permitted in emails to me. Full words are expected. "You" has 3 letters in it, and proper abbreviations are just fine. Do not communicate in an offhand, slang-filled manner. While I may very well like you a lot, you are my student, not my friend. If you are angry, do not let it show in an email. Keep it professional because it lives forever. If you are in a real hurry, maybe you shouldn't send the message. I'm not an inconvenience. I am your professor. If I'm taking the time to read it in a meaningful way, you need to take the time to write it in a meaningful way. Do not assume that yours is the only email I got that day. Please be brief, but provide enough information so I don't have to refer to a previous message. And for the most part, those are the expectations in my classroom.